All right. Welcome. All right. Welcome to Charity International University College and Research Institute Library. We are going to be speaking on a. We are going to be speaking on a course, which is actually research methodology. Um, we have started with the definition of research. We look at the word methods. We also look at the aims and objective of research in education. So today we're going to be looking at types of research. So we're going to be looking at types of research as we know in education. Now, educational research may be basic for theory building, as you can see. I'm talking about the building theory, apply theory, right? You apply for solving practical problems or action research for improving classroom practices. So you might use quantitative or qualitative or mixed method, that is both quantitative and qualitative in your research. And this include a descriptive, experimental, historical, survey or case study approaches. So now, what are the steps of educational research? Steps of educational steps of educational research. Now, the steps include identifying the problem, as we have said, review the literature, formulate objectives and hypotheses, selecting the research design and sample you have to use, developing tools, collecting and analyzing data, interpreting result and writing the report as well. So, for example, why is a research problem? Remember that the first step of educational research is what? To identify a problem. Now, what is a research problem? A research problem is a clearly defined, researchable, and feasible educational issue selected for systematic investigation. So, in your research problem, it must be what? Clearly defined, it must be researchable, and it must be what? Feasible, right? So now, what is hypothesis? Right, hypothesis now actually deal with is a kind of a tentative and testable statement. A tentative and what testable statement that we what use to predict the relationship between variables. It's a tentative and testable statement that actually used to predict what the relationship between variables. Now, what is variables? Yes, variables are actually measurable factors in research. Variable are what measurable factors in research, including independent variables, which are the cause, and dependent variable, which are the effect. And we also have control variable, which are kept as constants. So in variables, we have three. We have independent variable, which are the cause. We have dependable variable, which are the effects. So the dependable variable what stand on the what independable variable. So independable variable are the cause, while the dependable variable are the effects, and the control variable are kept as what constants. So now we have another step we call research design. Research design. Actually, research design is the overall plan or blueprint that guides data collection. I repeat myself again, research design is the overall plan or blueprint that actually guides data collection, and also control of variables to ensure valid results. So in research design, there is what? There is a guide. It serves as a guide to our data collections, analysis on how we do our analysis, and the control of the variable to ensure that, or to make sure that we have a valid result. Now, what is sampling? Sampling is the process of selecting a representative group from a population to conduct research, right? So, actually, sampling is the selective, or the art of selecting a group and selecting a representative in a group from a population to conduct research efficiently and accurately. All right. So that is sampling. Then we have tools of data collection. Now, basically, tools are what? Instruments that we use to what? Collect data, such as questionnaire is one of the two, interview, observation, test, rating skills, and checklists. These are what? Tools of data collection. We use these tools to what? To get our data. Then what is data analysis? Because when you get your tools, when you use your tools to collect the what we call data, you have to what? Analyze the data. So data analysis involves organizing, classifying. Are you seeing that? It actually involves this as a process: organizing, you classified, and what? Statistically what? Analyze the data to test the hypothesis and answer research question. So in data analysis, it involves organization of the data, you classify the data, and you also statistically analyze the data to test the hypothesis. That means the tentative. All right. So in that organizing, remember we talk about hypothesis, a tentative what, and testable what, and testable, as we say, statement to predict the relationship between variables. So in data analysis, you what? It actually involves organizing, you organize, you classify, and statistically what? Analyze the data to test the hypothesis and answer research question. Now, what is finding? Findings are the what? Factual results, right? Obtained from data analysis. Can you see? And are based strictly on evidence. So findings are the factual result obtained from data analysis and are based strictly on evidence. So in conclusion of this research methodology course, conclusion, we summarize the findings, highlight implication, and suggest recommendation on future research. Can you see? Conclusion: in the process of what? Research methodology, you have to summarize the findings, you highlight implications of the findings, and suggest what? A recommendation and future research. So you do it for two things, but you suggest recommendation and also for future use. Now, importance of educational research. Now, as I said from the first day of the lecture, I say educational research actually improves educational practices, enhance learning outcomes, support decision making, and also what? Drive innovations, or you say promote innovations and report. So thank you. The next step is we are going to go on what? The practical approach of research methodology, where we're gonna use Excel and other statistical tools for analysis. So thank you for the master's students, masters in education, master in science, and the rest of them professional master's degree. These are the processes you use in research, and then by the special grace of God, we are going to what be doing for the master student dissertation, for the PhD student thesis, for the bachelor degree student project. Right, we are going to do that with the help of these guides lines that have been laid down in our course research methodology. So thank you. Thank you for your presence. Have a wonderful day.